Good morning. How are ya?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or is
It's
it good
always morning.
good evening, and
Listen, there's this debate.
no, it's good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's what it
I haven't
is.
heard that in a while.
So anyway, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, Moxie.
Fantastic. I just want to say, this is why I say morning.
Okay.
To me, morning starts whenever you wake up. So morning
That's
difference
true.
for everyone.
Right. Yeah. I used to work somewhere in like the first shift, and then some second shift would come in, a long time ago, and then be like, "Hey, good morning," even though it's in the afternoon.
Yes,
Right.
yes. I did catering when my ex-husband had a catering business, and we worked on movie sets, and it's always good morning and good evening. So it's breakfast and dinner.
Yes.
Is what we served, and it didn't matter what time of day it was.
Okay.
So they're like, "Hey, can you serve us breakfast at 11 p.m.?" We're like, okay. So it was always, "Good morning." I'm like, "Good morning. Here's some eggs and toast.
Here's some brunch. Now brunch is
Brunch is, I believe, like 10 to 1.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, brunch is lunch.
It's sort of like a late breakfast into lunch.
Did you ever have lupper? Lunch and
supper?
supper.
Lupper. Never heard of that.
Yeah, we had that as kids.
That's
Lupper
pretty-
was like
That's awesome.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock is lupper time.
That's pretty wild.
Don't be jealous. We have made up words all the time.
That's great.
You didn't have
I
made
love
up
making up words.
I love
make
made-up
up words all the
words.
time.
Farfanugan. It could be a word. I don't know. But it's like my darn shucks. I'm like, Farfanugan.
Yeah. Something I always said when I was a kid, I was younger, I've always remembered this, is like if somebody like wanted to bet me something, like you want to make a bet, I'm like, yeah, you want to make a $10,000 bet? I've always used to say that. I just never get that out of my head. Anyway.
Or this.
Yeah.
That's one too.
Yeah. Right.
I have a thing that I need to talk about today.
Okay. What's that?
Confrontation. Like non-confrontational.
That's a great topic.
Versus the confrontational person.
Uh-huh.
And do you find yourself with a specific person that some things you're confrontational with and some things you're not confrontational with?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of things.
I don't think anybody goes, "You know what? Maybe there are a few, but I really like confrontation. Let's do this."
Yeah.
I take that back. There are people that do that.
Oh, they just love it.
Yeah, you're right.
They love that confrontation. They love that debate back and forth. And I don't like confrontation at all. I just don't start it. I'm definitely not a confrontation. I'm not a starter of that.
Sure.
I don't think you are either.
No, well,
It
depends on a situation and what is going on. So if there's a cause or a domestic situation or something against children or pets or anything like that, I'm gonna be confrontational. Sometimes when I feel like I need to back myself up, which is like protect myself. Disclaimer here, I am a survivor of domestic violence.
Okay.
So if I feel I need, thank you, but I survived. Strong like
That's
bull.
it. You
That's
have
me.
to. Can't dwell on it.
That's right. I feel like, I don't know, I'm 50-50. I can let my guard down and be confrontational when it matters. But then I hate confrontation with friends and family and stuff like that. I don't like it at all.
I was going to ask you, there's different types of confrontation. Say you're a little shy. And you just kind of like, you don't really want to run into anybody, but when you do, it's like, okay, it's like, it's okay now, but I'll deal with it, that type of thing,
There's a lot of people that shut down when there's confrontation that comes their way. And back to the bully word, those are the people that thrive on the timid person who's going to back down there. They'll just keep coming at you. So I don't like to be confrontational. Again, I will back myself up if I feel necessary, but we also have to remember that people have different things that are going on in their life. Right. So it's not just a black and white, clear-cut situation as to why was this person confrontational? Or why did this person back down when this person blah?
Yeah.
It really depends. I try to listen to both sides. I am very much what is the term?
You're in the middle.
Yeah, I will listen to the other side. Oh, devil's advocate.
Yes.
I will definitely let you see what the other side is saying. Not that I'm agreeing,
Right.
but I can definitely have that ability to see their side and where they're coming from, plus my side. However, it is seen as either me backing down or being confrontational. It really depends on the person who's looking at that.
Yeah.
And so I think that when we don't understand, we aren't crystal clear what somebody's saying. That's usually why there's a confrontation.
Yes.
Something's misunderstood.
Right.
Somebody didn't hear it right. The whole picture isn't painted for one or the other or both.
Right, especially if the confrontation is behind closed doors, the computer, texting. You can't tell a tone on texting at all.
That is the biggest.
People take it, they misinterpret it.
It's the tone in texting, because there is none. You have to be specific and crystal clear as to what you mean. Now, this doesn't mean that you get to force your opinion on somebody.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that you get to call somebody names because they don't agree with your opinion the way that you put it. You don't get to say, do you not comprehend what I am saying to you?
Yes,
you don't
I
get
know.
to do that.
Right.
If somebody doesn't understand how you put something, check it out. I mean, this is the way we're going to stop confrontation.
Yeah.
Without having remarks like that,
Yeah.
right?
It does happen a lot, and it just comes right out, and
It
you can't help it,
does.
especially if someone's not on the same page as you are.
You can't
in your
assume.
mind, because I've had that before. We've all had that, and it's hard, especially like if you have a partner. And you guys, say you're not a starter of it, and
Sure.
now all of a sudden you have that. Now it becomes this drama thing, and there's no need of that. I really don't like that part of it.
I don't like any of that
You know?
either. And as somebody who's been getting attacked since I've been doing the podcast,
Right.
which is odd for me.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, it's not right. Sorry.
I think I try to put myself in the other person's shoe. So I'm not saying,
Oops, sorry.
that's all right. I'm not saying that I am perfect. I'm not saying that by any means. I will say that I probably am not necessarily 100% not one that starts with if it comes to certain things. But I am one that will back myself up and my circle a lot as well. So I guess that would make me confrontational just alone. Are you done breaking?
I'm done breaking.
Are you done breaking?
I'm not breaking anything.
Did I do good with the covering? I'm like, I'm trying to not look while talk. How do we do this?
We're good now.
I kind of formed a thought.
I'm sorry. It happens.
It does.
You
It
know?
does.
Yeah. That's why we're real.
That's why we're real and real people, because
And I'll
that
fix
happens.
it. And if something goes wrong, we'll just fix it.
We'll fix it.
That's
we'll fix
it. We'll fix it. I'll fix it.
I just don't like confrontation where it just keeps going in a circle. Not that I like confrontation at all, but I understand where it comes from, so we can be adults and we can talk about this and talk it out till both sides understand. And I've even had it come to a point where both sides don't understand, so I'm very much to be like, let's remain adults.
Yes.
And let's agree to disagree. We're
Yeah,
not going to
that's
come
it.
on to the same page. Let's talk about Twinkies.
Perfect. Yes.
Oh, you don't like Twinkies?
Yeah.
Here we go. You know? And back the circle.
Yeah, I think those type of people just really shouldn't be together. Really, I think
Well,
that's. I mean,
it's not
everybody can
even-
have their own opinion.
It's not even just being in
But-
couples. It's communicating with adults in general.
Yeah,
We if you're just out there to hear yourself talk and force your opinion on other people,
Yeah.
you should not be around people or open your mouth, one or the
Yeah.
other. Nobody gets to force their opinion on anyone. Like, it's my
Right.
choice whether I agree with you or not.
right. And there's
I can listen to you,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean because I'm listening to you that I agree with you. And
Right.
and if I say afterwards that, okay, well, I see your point, but I don't agree with you, that does not give you a license to continue to talk about same said things and keep saying the same repeated sentence and then call somebody an idiot or a moron or something.
That's hateful.
That's hateful. That's no longer becoming that's now we're getting into bullying.
Yeah.
And that's we already did that topic.
Right.
That's beyond confrontational.
Yeah.
It's just taking that another step.
Right. And because there's different forms, excuse me, there's different, like there's a light, you can have a confrontation which is really light, and you have that, okay, you can kind of turn this around, and then it can get to the medium part and then really get going, right?
Right.
So then it becomes really bad, like you were saying, and then it just keeps going and going. So I'm trying to stop it down in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Stop it.
And I think what makes confrontations escalate and continue, and I know for me, I'm a Scottish, Native American, Portuguese, French girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, we aren't quiet and we aren't backing down.
Right.
Plus, you don't know what somebody went through in their life.
Right.
So, like me, I get hyper vigilant, and I'm just like, well, now I need to back myself up. But you said this. No, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this means. No, it's not. That's what. So then it just escalates because you're building up your blood pressure, and you're naturally building up the whole scenario.
Yeah.
And before you know it, your fisticuffs, rolling down the hill into the lake because
absolutely
you didn't want to talk about Twinkies.
Right. But the other form of confrontation is just, it's not about how it's going to escalate or how about, getting mad at each other. Confrontation, like say you didn't want to run into somebody.
Yeah.
That's a form of confrontation, and then you did, like so you're at the supermarket, let's say, and you just you really don't want to run into anybody, and you're kind of shy a little bit, and when you see them, and depends on what's going to happen, you don't know their name.
Do you mean running into somebody you know, or just running into anyone?
Yeah, probably run into more somebody I know.
Well, so it only becomes a confrontation if there's something wrong with the interaction that makes it so. Uh-huh. So confrontation is usually is a negative term. So unless you're going in the intent that you're going to meet this person, it's going to be negative, you've already set yourself up to have a confrontation by just assuming that's what's going to happen.
But if I'm really shy, let's just say you're really shy.
You're really shy and you're really nervous.
You're really nervous
that you're going to bump into this person.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this out there, and I'm not a psychologist, but I suffer from this. Yeah. That's a form of PTSD. So you're nervous to go out in public to this place because you might see said individual who might cause said reaction. That's a PTSD.
Well, what if you don't know who it's going to be? You don't know who you're going to run into.
But you think you might.
You think you might run into somebody.
So for me, it's as simple as
anybody.
I might get into a confrontation. I can't handle that today. I'm not going anywhere. Uh-huh. It solves that issue. That's the way that it gets for some people that are shy like that.
It may be like that every day.
It may be like that every day.
Every day.
And that's why Amazon Prime exists, for the people that can't leave their house or they're scared or they're sick of confrontation. Right. That's why we have all this.
There's a lot of forms of it. I just want people to know there is not just one type of confrontation.
I mean, I guess we don't want to say type. There is only confrontation is confrontation. We want to say scenarios.
Yeah, there you go.
There's several different types of scenarios that can bring out different levels of confrontation. Yeah. Like, I don't even like the basic confrontation of, yo, roomie, you drank all the milk. How come you didn't buy it?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to bring it up, but it's in the back of your mind, and because you don't want anybody to take advantage of you.
Right. You know that favorite movie I let you borrow? Give it back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I really would like Memoirs of a Geisha back. That was a shout out.
Okay. All right. You can do it.
I will say there's some fun confrontations, but that's more called debating, right?
Right.
Or role playing, or for some of us, shout out.
It's called a conversation. D&D. A conversation.
Right.
Not just the confrontation.
Correct. It has to be if you're willing to talk, you've got to be willing to listen.
Yes.
Otherwise it becomes one-sided confrontation.
Absolutely.
Where one side gets to speak and the other doesn't.
Right.
And again, we are not professionals.
No.
We've just gone through a lot of radio edit.
We've gone through a lot.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We both have. And I'm sure a lot of other people have too. And hopefully we're going to relate to those type of people.
Right? Like there should just be one big party called "We're Just Not Going to Take It." I don't think it would go well. I don't think it would be a whole group of people together that don't want to take it.
And we're going to invite Twisted Sister.
Exactly.
At the party.
Do you remember when there was like the hula hoop-thons and the jump rope-a-thons nationwide?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we should do. Non-confrontation.
I'm going to hula hoop with your earrings.
Do you love them?
I do.
I need somebody to teach me to hula hoop. I can't do it.
There you go. It's easy.
I could maybe with these.
You could.
No, hula hooping is not easy.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, I think turning my leg in a complete circle is easy. Do you?
Now people are hula hooping all over the place.
Yeah, I can't figure out the hula hoop. I'm not really sure why.
Go.
I mean, I can dance. My brain is just like, you're supposed to be going like this.
Yeah.
You got this. Hula hoop. Hula hoop.
Yeah.
No.
Just roll your hips.
Nobody's allowed to watch me hula hoop.
Okay. I'm going to watch you.
I laugh at myself. Okay.
I'm going to videotape.
I'm pretty sure the dog's going.
Oh, Ragnar.
I even try to motivate myself and get a stupid hula hoop that lights up. Okay. I'm like,
those are cool.
oh, look, it lights up when it hits the ground. But that means you don't know how to hula hoop if it's hitting the ground.
Or you get the one that dun 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 dun, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can't keep it going for like a couple of turns.
That's me.
You know.
That's me. But I think it could have something.
I'm working on the neck.
It might have to do with my hips. My hips don't sit right.
Could be. Your hips don't lie.
My hips don't lie. I mean...
Oh, tonight because I have so.
Did you see that somebody did a video about her and they're like, look in this shot, Shakira looks old and flabby.
Oh, come on.
And I was
she
like,
does not.
What are they looking at?
Yeah.
Where?
Wait,
but I'm not. Is that flab?
No.
I'm like,
it's Shakira.
No, how old is she? And who made this remark? How old is that person? And what do they look like? Like, how can you say this about Shakira?
You can't.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're just jealous.
I love Shakira.
They're just jealous.
We all do. Right. Yeah. People who just have confrontation are just kind of jealous in a way.
Yeah.
Right? They just don't, but they don't know it.
Well, yeah, or sometimes they do.
They do it, but it's in subconscious.
Or they grew up that way.
They could.
They grew up that way where there was always confrontation. They were never right in what they did, or they were always the one to blame for everything. So you also have to remember people who are confrontational could be brought up that way. They could be in a relationship where their partner treats them that way. Like
they always want to be right.
Let's try to look at the shoe on the other foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm trying to make my mind
calm down.
I'm just trying to make my mind bigger and look at the bigger picture of things instead of just like.
I got nothing against, everybody's got their own opinions.
Yeah.
They really do. And I have nothing against you having your opinion. Nope. I have nothing against mine or anybody else's. But there's no need to have that confrontation and to hate and to start bashing.
To force an opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I'm sorry.
Especially in social media now, everyone can just have their voice and say what they want. And
in my opinion, most vegetables are gross. In my opinion. See how that's non-confrontational?
Yeah, right. That's okay. You can have your opinion, and I may like it, and you don't. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. You want to tell me real bad you like vegetables. I can see it in your face.
I do love vegetables, and I love fruits, too.
I'm kind of waiting for the day where they're like, here's your vegetable pill. And I'll be like, I'm so on it. I don't ever have to eat them again. I can just take a pill.
You didn't like your vegetables when you were a kid?
No, but okay. And
but nobody does. No kid.
Rest my mom's soul. I grew up with overcooked meat. So if it was...
So it was tough.
If it had moisture, it was raw. So
that's terrible.
So like this was like chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Made that sound on your plate.
Right.
And vegetables weren't cooked unless they mushed with your fork.
Wow.
So food time was yummy.
No wonder you don't like
home.
it.
No wonder I gained 100 pounds when I moved out like that.
Wow.
I was like, oh, this is food. And then like I discovered real butter. That was a big culprit. I was like, this is real butter. This is great. What was I eating? Plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any of that.
No. So
But labels are changing.
Labels are changing.
They are changing.
Labels are changing.
People are finally coming to fruition that this is not right.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, the day the vegetable pill comes out where it says, don't like vegetables? Here's a pill.
There you go.
I'm on it.
Vegetable gummies, they make them.
But am I getting my
everything? No.
serving that I should be is the question.
Right,
so I did, my son, now parents that are out there, you might want to try this method. My son hated vegetables too because he was a texture kid. And he's probably going to hate me for saying this, but he would always ask for peas. What vegetable do you want? Peas. We're having this. What do you want? Peas. We're having this. What do you want? Peas. And it took me a little while to figure out why, because he would take a spoonful of peas and then he would chug a thing of milk.
Oh boy.
And I was like, oh, he's swallowing them like medication.
Wow.
He wasn't chewing them. He was
Just swallowing.
In his mind, he was still getting the peas, but he was literally swallowing them like pills. He's like, I took my vegetables.
I took my peas.
I took my vegetables today.
Took my peas. Wow.
So,
but anyway.
And that was an interesting confrontation. Okay, who's ever dealt with, and you might have dealt with this, because I know you've had children in your life. The confrontational child who doesn't eat anything.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Grilled cheese was your favorite yesterday? Not today.
No.
Not today. Children are different to have a confrontation with.
Yeah.
It's okay that not okay, but they will scream or throw something or lay on the ground and stamp and do all that thing, okay? Not so good if the adult confrontation happens that way.
Yeah.
So if you have to find yourself looking at the two confrontations at the same time, you might want to check yourself.
Yeah. I saw this real funny video real quick about this. It was a baby sitting in the chair. So if you're looking at the video, the baby was right there. And then the father was next to it. And the mother wanted to feed the baby, but the baby was kind of like, didn't like it, sort of. So the mother fed the father, like sort of. But so then he'd go, and she tried to do it again. She'd go, And so he did it one more time, and as soon as he says, she slapped him, the father, like in the face. The baby saw it, and so then the baby, took the food right away, because didn't want to be slapped, basically. And it worked, and the kid took the food, and didn't have no confrontation at all. Isn't that wild?
That's wild.
I thought that was incredible.
That
it worked on the child.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's classic condition our kids to know
exactly
that once the hand goes up, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Excuse me. Not that I ever hit a kid.
No.
But they do it on them. And then hey, I don't want that to happen to me. And I've seen other videos like that too.
Yeah.
So just check it out if you can.
It's called classic conditioning.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a scientific term.
Okay.
Psychology in college. I might think it's Pavlov, but I think that's the slobbering dog. All right. Okay. I'm trying to show I've got some brain right there.
There you go.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
That was hard to pull out. The cobwebs needed to be dusted off that information.
And I won't give you any confrontation either.
Oh,
see?
Thank you
like
for that.
I
do. I think that...
On that note, we're going to walk away.
We should walk away and not have confrontation.
That's it.
Because I don't want to leave.
Okay.
I want to just keep recording.
Me too.
But we have to.
But we have to set a good example.
Yes.
And
yes.
So now
and be nice about it.
Mm-hmm.
And say, all right, until another time.
Yep.
All right.
Until next time.
Until next time.
This has been so wonderful. Yes. I can't wait to do the next one.
Same here, as always.
All right.
I'm like, is it Sunday? Do we get to record yet?
Yeah.
It's my favorite
We
time.
record these on Sundays.
Yeah,
For now.
I think I just told you.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
And then,
Then it will
we're
be-
gonna have some recordings outside of here once we get something under our belt, and we're getting there slowly.
We've got
And
some interviews lined up. We
Yeah.
just have to work out some
Yeah.
logistics before we get into
Some-
the interviews.
Yeah, and some merchandise
Don't you
coming.
know?
And yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to interview people.
Me too.
I just want to ask some fun questions.
Yeah.
And I saw the best thing ever.
What?
This guy walked down a sidewalk and he goes, "Excuse me," and he would walk up to random people and hand them a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be like, "What do you want me to do with this?" And he'd go, "Poof." And they'd be like, they would just have adult pillow fights on a
That's
sidewalk. I'm
funny.
like, I want to do that.
That's great.
So if I walk up
We
to
may do
anybody
that.
and you see Moxie, please don't think I'm here to hurt you. It
Yeah.
will be a light, fluffy pillow.
Absolutely. There's no bricks in
Where
it.
glitter comes out when you
Yeah,
hit people.
the Mayo Moxie glitter.
Yeah, Mayo Moxie
wait.
glitter. Can't wait until next time.
That's great.
All right.
All right. You have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
And
Bye-bye.
take care. We'll see you next time.
Okay, see
Bye.
ya.
See ya.
So I'm not.
Whoops. Sorry.